more that I manifested. It's so beautiful. It's almost like this little Guatemalan villa. It has like this beautiful garden, and I have a beautiful bedroom, and then my partner has a bedroom, and then we also have another bedroom upstairs that we work in. So it's amazing to have 3 bedrooms and a beautiful big kitchen. Honestly, those little simple things just like make me feel so at home. And it's something that I've been dealing with for a little while now, traveling for the last 5 months, is really cultivating this safe container within myself to feel at home wherever I am, and really doing certain practices that make me feel safe and make me feel at home inside myself when my external environments are constantly shifting, constantly changing. Really staying grounded in who I am and the energy that I carry and my sovereignty. You know, as energetic beings, like our energy shifts and changes as we move and as we travel and as we explore different lands and meet different people and expose ourselves to different vibrations. I do feel like just physically changing environment, especially as an introvert, is something that can be hard. It can be hard to really find a home and like a safe space in the environment that you're in. And it's something that's not really like you don't like where you're staying, but it's kind of just like how you feel in that place, how that place makes you feel. How that place makes you feel has a huge impact on, you know, how you're gonna operate in that space and how you're gonna be able to feel inspired and motivated and healthy and essentially just well-rounded in that space while you're staying there. So it's really important to find different practices and to really just create a sanctuary for yourself wherever you go. Like, you know, create a little altar, or make your bed every single morning, or, you know, put your clothes in a certain spot, you know, have some incense, spray some perfume or rose water, whatever makes you feel at home. Really using your senses and connecting to sensuality, I feel like that really helps me feel at home wherever I am. Like if I have a certain physical item that makes me think of, you know, the safety that I feel within myself or makes me feel grounded, or if I have a certain scent or a certain essential oil that I always put on that reminds me of home or reminds me of my friends or reminds me of, you know, the home I feel within myself and the safety that I feel with my family. It really goes back to the inner child, right? And how the inner child feels safe, and really tending to our inner child. If you are a traveler, you know, really being able to connect with them and see what they need, because that part of us is so tied to our emotional needs, and if our emotional needs aren't met, then we're not going to feel good in our bodies, or we're not going to feel good wherever we are in the world. So no matter where you are, or if you're traveling or not, or if you're even traveling short distance, I think it really helps to make your home just feel homey for you in whatever way that resonates with you. So this rising has been really beautiful so far. I've just been relaxing, meditating, but I have been feeling very nostalgic about the feeling of home and the feeling of my family, and really wanting to like tend to and nurture my inner child more. So on that note, me and my partner today are going to be going to a chocolate making workshop, which I know is a super kind of touristy thing, but in Central and South America, cacao is extremely sacred. And there's a huge history behind it, and cacao has been used since Inca times, since Mayan times, and is really used in ceremony as this beautiful heart opener. It can really show you like different parts of yourself that you would not otherwise see. Cacao can really help you to connect to your heart, and I've honestly had really profound experiences just drinking cacao. But I would really love to see how it is ceremonially made, and how it is cultivated. So how it goes from bean to a powder, how it goes from bean to chocolate, because there's a whole process of fermenting cacao, and it's been really beautiful to be in South Central America to be able to connect to the cacao plant. I actually was living on or where I was living in Costa Rica actually had like a beautiful cacao tree like right beside where I was living. So I got to really connect to the power of the cacao tree and also eat the cacao fruits. And the cacao is always picked by the indigenous Costa Ricans, which felt really nice. And also the beans, once they were fermented and cultivated in the solar dehydrator we had, was also kind of like, it had some great energy. Like those cacao beans had some great energy in them, and I felt so amazing eating them and enjoying them. I didn't feel like I was like taking from anyone or anything like that, which was really beautiful to connect to the cacao plant in that way. So today we're going to be going to a workshop here in Guatemala. I don't know how it's gonna go. I don't know if it's gonna be super touristy or not. I actually don't really eat sugar. This is kind of random fun fact. I stopped eating sugar about maybe a year and a half ago, like refined sugar, cane sugar, honey, anything that is like sugar. But I do have fruit, I do have dates, and I will enjoy stevia once in a while. So supposedly they do have stevia options for the cacao, and also I'm really into just enjoying like 100% cacao. Yeah, I'm intense like that. I'm badass like that. I want to try the real raw thing with no sugar. That's my favorite. And it's nice because you also can just taste it and enjoy it, and you don't eat like half a chocolate bar, because cacao is extremely potent and strong, and like you don't want to eat too much of it. Like it's not like eating a Cadbury chocolate bar. That's not real chocolate. The real cacao is very, very strong and actually can act as almost like a stimulant. It can make you very energetic. It depends on your constitution how it will affect you, but for me it has made me very very energetic at times. So I'm going to take you along with me to this cacao workshop today. And yeah, I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my rising and do my practices, and I'm really hoping that this cacao workshop is gonna help me to open my heart more and to connect more to my inner child. Another thing I always bring while I'm traveling is some sort of parasite bitter. I have this Parasite Immune and Digestive Support by Cellcore. And this is essentially just like a bitter that you take before you eat. And it really helps if you may be eating something that may upset your stomach, and can also like eliminate parasites from the food that you're eating, and kind of just like clean your digestive system. It's good to have stuff like this while you're traveling, because you're just exposed to a lot of new bacteria that your body isn't used to. And a lot of people can get belly aches, they can get sick. It's super common, especially like the water, the different kind of water quality and stuff like that. So yeah, it's just, I think it's really good to have something that can assist you in preventing you from like getting sick. So I do recommend to get some kind of like parasite cleanse tincture, or you can also get like parasite cleanse herbs. Like black walnut is really, really good. This one has holy basil, sage, thyme leaf, clove bud, and black walnut. Yeah, black walnut is amazing. So I just wanted to share that for the travelers out there and the people that have suffered with parasites. Always bring something to prevent that from happening, so you just feel better and have a better travel experience. After living in South and Central America for the last 6 months, It was so beautiful to connect deeper with the cacao plant and learn more about the cultivation of cacao. The cacao plant is truly medicinal and has been used since Inca and Mayan times as currency and used in ritual and ceremony. It was so wonderful to learn more about how the Mayan people cultivate their cacao and put so much love and intention into every cacao bean. This workshop was great, and I definitely learned a lot about different ways to cultivate cacao, different drinks that you can make, and concoctions, using different herbs and different spices, and also more about the history of cacao and where it originates from. Getting to sit and see the entire process of how cacao and chocolate is actually made was extraordinary, and I definitely have a newfound respect for chocolate and the way that it is cultivated. When you have pure raw cacao, you realize how potent and medicinal it truly is. My heart was blasted open by the end of this workshop from eating so much cacao. And even these little squares of cacao you see here, I could only have one or two at a time. The feeling was extremely euphoric. It was so enjoyable to do this workshop, and I definitely connected so much more deeply with my inner child. I'm so happy I got to learn more about this ancient, powerful medicine we call cacao.